Hello everybody, this is Bench85. Welcome back to another episode of Farming Simulator 22 on No Man's Land here. And we have a little bit of a problem. Gotta get out first. If you look here, like I saw before, we have a lot of weeds, right? And it shows down in the bottom right corner, it says weeds medium, you need a hoe. I'm not sure what that means, but as far as I know, if I run anything through this that'll take the weeds out, it'll probably kill the crops too. So I ran the weeder through right here, and it took some of them out, but not a lot of them. In fact, according to the map, it actually made it like worse. So I think that means we need to get something from the good old shop here. We need to move on to a sprayer, I think. And I think we're going to use this guy right here. It's simple, easy, and it comes with a mega tank. And I guess we also should probably get some fertilizer. Or not fertilizer, herbicide. It's not going to be in there, buddy. It's going to be in a pallet. Right here, herbicide. So 2,000 liters. We'll probably buy 2 of them. And I'll have to come back and get... I mean, I still got fertilizer here, so I'll have to come back and get some more at some point. Let's see here. There we go. I think we can just lift it up. So the benefit of getting the good old tank in the front is the sprayer itself, that wasn't even close. The sprayer itself has 1,200 liters of capacity. The tank on the front's actually 1,500. So it more than doubles. Ooh, we've got partial width stuff. I didn't know that. That might actually be part of a mod. Oh, I suppose we gotta move forward to refill the sprayer. So Control Z changes the width. So that's full spray pattern, and then we can break it down basically. I see. So yeah, we got 2,700 units of spray. We barely missed those doors. There's like a fill thing on there, so does it actually show? Can't really see a difference in it. But it's got a 24 meter working with, so it should be pretty awesome. And it should kill everything, which is the ideal part here. Unfortunately though, we just took down our funds quite a bit again, so we're going to have to do something about that. And before we get sheep, I'm going to have to do some more baling of hay. So the plan's going to be here. I got everything planted. I'm finishing the rolling portion of it. We'll spray the fields that have weeds on it, and then I can get into baling again. And basically, we baled over here. We're probably going to bale over here on 37, going that way up on the other side of the hill, because we are going to need some bales if we're going to take care of sheep, right? So that's going to be the plan there, and we'll kind of make it up as we go, I guess. So what I haven't decided, well no, I'm not going to worry about that. I was going to talk about bales, but we'll get to that when we get to sheep, right? Let's focus on this thing first. So the whole reason I think these weeds grew up like this is because it's like the fields next to me here. If I take this stuff away. Take the mulch away. If I take fertilizer, oh, I guess it doesn't specify, but it did have weeds on it before I planted it. So I think they kind of like come back. I wonder if the AI is smart enough. So let's see here to change the pattern. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus the center. So it does actually like coincide with the units there. That's cool. Well, I guess we just got to do this. We missed that part there. It's going to kill them. The weeds will be no more. Trying to get it so we got full width there. Then I'll higher. That goes down a little bit. So yeah, now we got dead weeds. Maybe that is better. Maybe it goes towards the end and I don't know. But regardless, we'll spray the weeds, get that taken care of, and I'm going to get some hay baled up for our sheep so that we're all prepped for that. We have bales in front of us. Yes, this one was ready to cut again too. So I decided to do that. I couldn't tell you how many bales I actually have. But you can see, well, I only cut to here. But I took this area out too. Pretty good area. All the tire tracks. Yeah. Anyways. I kind of lost track of what I was thinking about there. What we need to do, we need to get our sheep going, right? That's the next thing we want to do. So for us, it's probably going to be beneficial forget. Oh, I guess you can zoom out. I just wanted to tip it, but I guess I can't. Ooh, demolish. Let's see here. Excuse me. So we were looking at sheep, and we're not going to have a whole lot of money here. So we want this one, I think. It's got the ability to have 25. This one has 65, so 25 sheep. Which I forget. There we go. That's how you rotate. You right click. And it rotates. Got it. Alright, so if we look at this, we got sheep here. And this is the side that you actually do stuff on. So in that case, we're probably going to want it positioned as such. Now, does it allow us, or if we go here, it looks like it almost lets us just put it anywhere, which is interesting. Very interesting. So that looks like either animals or feed. Nope, that the animals are on that side. So feeding is on this side. So if we put it here, we can put a shed over to the left of it. So we're going to put that down. We're also going to want some sort of a building, some sort of a shed here. Holy cow, there is giant sheds. Look at that. Not that one. We just want a nice little cheap one. These are nice and cheap, but also cost too much. That one's not too much. That's what we have, isn't it? Yeah, the old rundown one. Now if we go to silos, the hayloft holds bales. Has an old pair of silos. Oh, look at that. We may end up using that. This, on the other hand, as nice as it would be, don't have room for it. This is the other hayloft. Actually, I don't know the difference. I think this is the all crops one. With bale chopper, so it'll take bales too. I see. So it doesn't actually take bales themselves. So we just want a regular shed. We just don't have money for it. This I don't know if that's exactly what we want though. It is open-sided. Yeah, that would be actually a really good bale shed. So that means we're gonna need to put in some more money, right? I have to borrow some more. Let's just make it an even 200,000. There we go. I want the one on the back like that. I wouldn't mind having one with doors and stuff, but these are all way too much. So I think we're stuck with, we're just gonna get this guy here. We're gonna put it right on the back line here. Like so. Apparently it got close enough that it's got gravel in there, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. And if we go to landscaping, no. If we want to go to decoration, no. Those are literally decorations. Ah, painting. Here we go. So we've got asphalt, we've got concrete, we've got dirt, we've got gravel, we've got rock, we've got granite. That is tiny. So I think the idea is we want to be able to go like that. And basically make this gravel area, right? Looks like there's a lot more abilities than it used to be. Like it's not a grid anymore. So we kind of got a little gravel area there. Oh, it looks like gravel too. Oh, I like that. This is concrete, which I'm okay with. What is this? Just a little strap. Huh. Interesting. So we got a nice little wire mesh here. This looks like food area, although, or these might actually be pallets now that I look at this. Yeah, this is the tip point, but that's okay. Because like from there to there, that's not a big deal. And then here's where you actually buy them. Oh, I missed a spot here. There's a little bit of grass sticking up. Oh, landscaping, painting. Where's my gravel? Oh, this has got the little tiny size. Oh, does that not count? Do I have to like go back to grass? And then go back to gravel? No kidding. That's interesting. Alright, so if we get some animals in there. Oh wow, look at all these different ones. So you can get babies, or you can get full adult ones. The adult ones will start making stuff right away. Let's see here. Doesn't really specify different ones. They're all the different price, they're the same price. So we picked that one. Let's get like 10 sheep. Oh, look at that. We've got sheep. Oh, look at this. I don't know what that is. Oh, and you can walk in by them. So water is automatic on this one. I keep getting stuck on the door. And I don't think they're going to produce anything right now. So, yeah, we've got issues, right? Reproduction, health. Yeah, they're struggling because they need food. Do I have the ability... So, for temporary purposes, this is going to come over here. We do that, and it doesn't count. Oh, it did. They have food in there. Oh, so we don't have to cut the bales. Oh, that's even awesomer. So if you look here, there's only 3,500 units of hay in there now. Oh, sweet. So now we've got full food. Productivity is not going on right now. Health hopefully will go up. Here's the issue though. We've got... Oh, we've got all day. We've got all day to collect bales. So it doesn't tell me how long this food lasts. But it takes 4,500 units of food. Look at him run around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is there actually 10? 5. There's actually 10 of them in here. Oh, that's cool. Well, I actually want to put more in here. I want some, I like the black ones. I want to put some white ones in there. Oh, wait, no. I want full grown ones. And we'll do 10 again. Okay. Now there's not 20 of them in there. Well, I thought I'd try. Fair enough. And it still says 4,500, so... Interesting. So I'm going to start collecting bales. I'm guessing I'm going to put, like, maybe 20 of them in here. Stack them up. And the rest of them I'll probably sell. So... I'm going to start collecting bales that are all over the place. But at least I can do 2 at a time, so... I'll collect as many as I can and just bring them here. And start stacking them up, and... Seems like a good spot to hold on to some bales right now. Well, with October here, I thought for sure, you know, we'd be harvesting, but the stuff's not ready to harvest yet. I figured I'd run some fertilizer through these fields here before I forget about it. And I must admit, the animation for the fertilizer spreader is so good. It's the one thing that I shouldn't say it's the one thing. It's one thing that FS19 I felt like didn't do a super good job. And I know the lime animation in here isn't super awesome either. It usually, and the issue I had with it is, it shows like too thick of a spread. Where you look here, like that's what it does. It pulses out. And you're gonna have just the little granules that are coming out like this. How's it looking here? You can just barely kind of see them flying. Like, that's the way it should be. That's pretty cool. And I just realized I have way more fertilizer in the spreader than I will ever need on anything. I filled it up with 12,000 units. And I'm almost done with this field, and I haven't used more than... I haven't even used 500 yet. Go all the way to the end, please. Thank you. I'm spraying over on that field because these fields came in. The canola fields that we have over here, I will be able to spread on as well because they've only grown to the first stage. Oh, I know exactly what you're doing. I'm not going to allow it. Now, the real question is, can I tell how much of a cross or an overlap I need? Probably like right here, right? Oh, that might be just about perfect. I'm gonna hire him. Oh, there's like one little tiny path. I'm okay with that. I can live with that. Can't even see the rocks that are in the way either now. I did make a decision on this. I don't know if I brought this up. Don't think I have. I looked into the rock thing. It has something to do with no man's land here. I think the way it's described is either it's a bug or it's because, you know, this ground has not been worked in years and years and years, and so therefore you're always gonna get really bad rocks. I don't believe that to be true, because generally you dig the rocks up and you pick them up and then they're not as bad as they used to be. Well, we had serious rock issues on our farm for a little while. I mean, it kept getting worse and worse, and hand picking them, you were only getting so far. So we did buy a rock picker and ran them through some of the worst fields, and it got significantly better for years and years after that. So it definitely benefits from that. So I think what we're going to do, I have the ability to turn rocks on and off, okay? I'm going to make sure that rocks are on every time I dig new fields, rip them up. Because then, it'll be like real life, right? You're ripping up new ground, you got rocks to deal with. It's gonna happen. And then after that, unless it gets fixed, I'm gonna turn it off so that we can run through with our cultivator and stuff like that. Because generally it's not gonna be super serious as far as the amount of rocks that are on there. So that's how I'm gonna do things here. I gotta get back to this guy because he's gotta try to finish up this field here. He missed a couple spots, I think. And probably should have some sections turned off. But I can do that at a later date. You're going to run into that tree, aren't you? Yep. Alright, so if I shrink it down to... Actually, I don't know if I can. Because of... Oh, I missed some weeds there. I do Control Z and cut it down by 1. Unfortunately, I'm going to hit the tree and screw that all up. There we go. No, I don't want to fold it. I was going full length because I need to try to fix this spot right here, or full width. Alright, so I'm going to get this lovely items done, and then we're gonna have to probably kick ahead to November so we can get the other stuff harvested up. I have not fed the sheep since. Looks like I missed a tiny little spot here. Good enough. I have not fed the sheep since we first fed them. And if I go to animals, you can see they haven't lost a lot. And apparently, well, first of all, reproduction is starting to go through. And they're also producing wool, even though it's not springtime. So they must have changed how things work now. which is kind of cool. But I'm going to get this stuff done, and I'll see you guys hopefully when it's time to start harvesting crops. Because we're going to use that harvest to then fund putting up our first factory. So I'll see you guys a little bit later in the season. Alright, November. I think you know what time it is. Things are ready to be harvested, so it's time for us to do what we usually do when we start a new farming simulator game. We look at the crops and determine whether it's actually realistic or not. So first up, sunflowers. Good look. Good look on the sunflower head there. I feel like the stalks and the leaves could be a little less green, but you know, it's not bad. Corn. Stalks are pretty yellow. They're not down on the ground as much as they could be, and the cobs are still sticking up, but you know what? It's pretty good. They'd be like high moisture corn almost. Then we come over here to the soybeans, and ooh, looks good. I'm just disappointed. Look at all these green leaves. I don't know if you can see it. The stalks are green. These soybeans are not ready to be harvested. There's still a lot of moisture in them. But you know, that's the way the game is. Can't complain when that's the way the game is, right? I'm guessing they're not going to let me make any sort of a swath here. Oh, sorry. Sorry, let me unfold you. Fire it up. Yep, it took the straw swath away. I figured as much. And like this, well, you can't really see because there's so much dust. Like there's probably going to be a mulch feature or a mulch option on this, but this is another one of those crops that we're not going to do that with because, I mean, it's cut off level. So why would you run any sort of a mulcher through there? Unless you're actually digging it into the ground, but then it'd be like a power mulcher, which we're not actually utilizing. Alright, this is a big field, so it's gonna take some time. The other field's even bigger, so there's gonna be a whole lot of harvesting that's going on. Hire him to grab our Magnum here, which apparently needs some repair. But I have to head back. I have to get the. I wasn't wanting to say gravity box, but it's actually like a wagon, a tender, not a tender, trailer, dump box. I don't know what you want to call it. But regardless, it is necessary. I did. What do I want to say here? I saved 24 bales, I believe. Right? 4, 8, 12. Yeah, 24 plus the one we partially used. So there's a lot of hay in there that we will not need to replenish for a while. Sold a bunch of bales and then proceeded to spend the money that I just made buying fertilizer because we had to fertilize the fields. So not too shabby. Well, I was fertilizing before. Oh, I guess you guys saw me before I actually was fertilizing a bunch. But I think that's going to pretty much wrap things up for this episode here. We're getting the harvesting starting here. I mean, you guys see me harvest. It's run the combine through, haul the crop back. I don't think I'm going to store anything yet. We'll look at storing stuff for next year for better pricing. With that, next episode, we have to get our sawmill and stuff built so that we can start processing the wood for over the winter here. So I'm excited to see what that's about. And then we've got some field work to finish up, get some digging done, all that good stuff. I have fields that I need to make because we've been cutting all this hay that we really don't need. We need to start actually digging some fields up again. So I got to get to that. But with that, guys, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and until next time, as always, take it easy.